What up, Detroit Pistons fans? Coach Ryan and D back with another conversation about the Pistons. I got my main man Sleep with me. I got Detroit Young Core with me. We just gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about the Pistons draft, recap a little bit, touch on a little bit, and then talk about the impending free agency and the type of options that we have now. We like our dream scenarios for the Pistons. So let's just get right into it. Sleep, start off with you, man. Good to see you. It's
Good to
been
see
a
you
minute.
too, man.
All right. So what was your thoughts on the draft?
Oh, we knocked it out the park. Like, no question. Like the day before, I was a little bit nervous. I'm like, okay, we don't trade it. We don't trade Jeremy Grant for a future second round pick in 2025. It's not going to be nothing. I'm like, dog, what is it? What is Troy Weaver doing? But then draft day came. Um, Sacramento was Sacramento.
Yep, as
They they,
always.
they, they they didn't have a poker face on. They took who they wanted to take. We had Ivy, which I really wanted Ivy so bad because I think he works tremendous next to Cade. I hope so.
Right.
And then as the draft going on, I'm like, okay, because like the year before when we had no draft picks and he ended up coming away with Stewart and Mbaye.
Right, right. Really, all we had was seven.
I'm
That's
like,
it. Yeah.
I'm like, he gonna do something.
Right.
So then he came through, flipped that 2025 pick that wasn't gonna do anything anyway, and got Durant a center a glaring need that we need
Right.
because Beef Stew he ain't big enough to play center for real. So we needed an athletic center. Hopefully he's a better Andre Drummond because Drummond wasn't really a rim protector.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's better and has that motor. But those two picks, like he wanted to draft off of that because those are two needs that we needed. Well, we're way more athletic, them two, and if we re-sign Diallo, we're just so much athletic right now.
I love
Right.
Diallo.
Yeah, so
Yeah. His
so
option's only 5.2 million. So I
yeah,
mean that's not bad, for a player like him. I mean he was up there in steals last year too in the
yeah,
NBA.
yeah.
So
So we had
Yeah.
an amazing draft. Now all we have to do is just pair it with some smart free agent signings, and we're good to go.
all right. What about you, man?
Mm.
Young Core?
Um, I feel like the draft was great. I feel like we won the draft, the Pistons. I feel like this is the best draft for the Pistons in a long, probably the best draft ever since we. But Ivy, everybody know what Ivy is going to be and everything. Like I remember a month ago, I was saying like I didn't want Ivy
Right.
because I wasn't seeing. I wanted somebody who could shoot the ball and stuff, but seeing him more and more, more and more and more, I'm like, okay, this dude can be a Russell Westbrook type player along with Kay Cunningham. But I want to talk about Durham. Durham, he's 18 years old and he's big, 6'9", 6'10", 250, and he's 18 years old. You can do a lot with that in the future. You can develop him real good, turn him out to be a beast, and he's still growing too. Still growing.
Yeah.
So I feel
Yeah,
like
he's the youngest
Durham,
player in the draft.
I
The
feel like
youngest player in
he
the
can be
draft.
the yeah, yeah. I feel like he can be the real missing piece for them on defense. And that hustle player, he I like him a lot. I like him a
Let
lot.
me ask you this. How long do you think it's going to take him to start contributing? As far as, not say heavy minutes, but maybe like, 20, 25 minutes a game. Or do you think he's going to start right away? Like, how long do you think it's going to take him?
People, nowadays, you never know because this generation is different. You can plug in players now and they can just come off the back and just play for real. But Durham, he is 18. He is young because you're playing against grown men. But I feel like a full year of him playing or 2 years, then I feel like he'll be a nice player,
Mhm.
damn good defensive player.
Right. Yeah, he's already our best rim protector without a doubt. And yeah, I echo the same sentiments. I mean, it's pretty much a consensus with everybody that the Pistons won the draft. I mean, you look anywhere, that's all people are talking about. How great of a draft the Pistons had. So, I mean, I don't really need to touch on that too much because I mean, we're pretty much saying the same things. But I do want to show some love to the second round pick, Gabriel Procida. I think
Oh yeah,
he got a chance to be good, man. It might take him a minute, but man, his scoring ability, his athleticism, man, he could play. He could play, man. He might have a chance. It's not.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not gonna be next season, but man, in a minute, man, he's gonna be nice, man. I hope we don't, just get rid of that guy. He looks better than Davidas Savitas ever did.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other guy we got, Luigi Datome, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, all these, random foreign guys that we get rarely work out for us. But he looked like somebody with some juice, man, and I definitely want to see him develop. And
He looked like a sharpshooter.
Yeah, he got a little
something that he can definitely have. If he develops correctly, he has six man of the year potential.
Yeah, he could be nice, man. He could be nice. But all right, enough about him. Moving on to free agency. What do you guys, feel like we should do with our 3 restricted free agents? You got Hamidou Diallo has a $5.2 million option. Frank Jackson is like $3.1 million, and then Bagley. I'm not even sure what Bagley's is. I know he has a cap hold of $28 million right now, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Last I had seen, I think his option was like $13 million. If you opted into his option, but I was hearing talks about them possibly declining the option and then trying to get him for like $7 million or $9 million a year or something like that. Not trying to pay that full 13, but what do you guys, how do you guys feel about that? What should we do?
Honestly, I feel like you got to sign Bagley because he fits damn good with us. Diallo, you re-sign Diallo because he got damn good defense along with Bagley defense. And I feel like they should go out and get a free agent, not just one big free agent. I feel like we should go get vet players and surround them around the young core. That's what I feel we should do. But if we land a star, just one star, then I'm fine with that.
What about you, Sleep? So wait, hold on, time out. So you saying just Bagley and let Diallo and Frank Jackson go?
No. I'm saying let Frank Jackson go, keep Diallo, and keep Bagley. Yeah.
All right, my bad. I know I didn't sound right. Yeah. What about you, Sleep?
Yeah, Diallo can stay for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's athletic. We need athleticism. Mm-hmm. We got a mix of fast and slow players now. So Diallo can definitely stay. Mm-hmm. Bagley, I would like to keep him. I hope he stays. Frank Jackson, me personally, I like Corey Joseph better than Frank Jackson as far as being a stabilizer for the team. So
stabilizer for sure.
Yeah, so Frank Jackson, if we didn't re-sign him, I'm okay. And plus, we got too many guards right now. Like between Killian, Ivy, and Cade, 2 of them gonna be on the floor at the same time. So we always got a ball handler. So that we have no need for Frank Jackson.
But Joseph there as a veteran though. He's not there to like play heavy minutes or play that consistently. Like he will when guys get hurt. When guys get hurt, you're gonna see a bunch of Corey Joseph.
That's true as well. But on top of having Corey Joseph there, not only is he a veteran, he's an adult in the room. He also is always going to have trade value. Like it's always going to be a contender looking for a stabilizer for us off the bench. So even if he doesn't stay here the whole season, he's still tradable. As far as Frank Jackson, I don't think he's even tradable.
Right, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't have him on the team. I'm saying that him on the team is a good thing, but I'm not expecting like much production out of him as far as like amount of games that he played because he really shouldn't play that much. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be letting the young guys play. Like he should be teaching a lot in practice or filling in for guys when guys get hurt. And he'd be out there probably in a major role. Where they shoot some games, he might even start or be the first guard off the bench.
I don't think.
I'm not trying to roll with him for 82 games like as my backup.
Yeah,
I'm not either, but I just don't think Frank Jackson is a part of the rebuild. That's just my personal opinion. That's why I wouldn't re-sign him.
Okay, I feel you. Would you felt like that after last season, the season before last? Because no Frank Jackson had the down year last year, and he stayed injured. But the season before that, man, he was looking like a little microwave off the bench.
I mean, he was, but you know what I'm saying? Things change from year to year. So I mean, like 2 years ago, I would have saw it different. This year, I feel different. Like really drafting Jay and Ivy makes me feel different.
Yeah,
So
obviously. Yeah, we just got a whole lot more athletic. Well, me personally, man, we just agreeing too much, fellas. Y'all terrible. Same guys, man. Bagley and Diallo. Frank, you gotta go, bro. I'm sorry, man.
We hitting on points though.
Huh? You say what?
I mean, we making sense.
Who gotta go?
Frank Jackson. Frank Jackson. He gotta go. He gotta go. And only because I only say that because.
Oh yeah. I don't like Frank Jackson.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so my whole thing is that, like, based off of who you keeping, that's impacting who you getting in free agency too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to think, if you got Bagley here, we still got Olynyk, Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bringing in Duran, so that's four bigs right there. Now you talking about signing another big too?
I don't think Olynyk's going to stay there longer. I think he's going to get traded.
But why would you give up that shooting when we need shooting? Yeah, he can shoot.
I mean, you're giving it up for interior defense because
he get beat on defense too much.
We're not asking him to start. We're not asking him to start. We're asking him to come off the bench and spread the floor out.
I believe you can get somebody better than that.
Duran is going to need somebody that can shoot out there with him. Like, he's going to have. He can't play next to Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart's not knocking down jump shots. He's going to need somebody like Olynyk that can help spread the floor out while he's out there. Like, unless you're going to, put Livers next to him on a small ball type deal or whatever. But, like, if we're going to have bigs out there, yeah, Duran's going to have somebody out there with that to shoot because he can't really. He can shoot a little bit out the 15 feet or so, but he's not consistently shooting jump shots like that.
But I don't even think
he's already on the team. Yeah, he's already on the team. He can shoot. Yeah, that's another guy. That's another guy. That's what I'm saying.
He gonna have a big role next year. Luka Garza.
Can he play defense now?
He gonna have a big role. That's what I believe.
Can he play defense now?
He won National Player of the Year in college for a reason. He won National Player of the Year
for offense, not defense. For offense, not defense.
He was a damn good defensive player.
Adam Morrison won Player of the Year.
Defense is a scheme. So if you have the right defensive scheme and you have it's certain lineups that we have like 3 above average defenders and a rim protector. So if Garza can't play defense, we can kind of hide him a little bit unless he gets switched out on a pick and roll or something crazy.
Pick and roll.
That's what the NBA is, switching out on pick and rolls. Like, that's what I'm saying. And he doesn't switch out. He stays in the paint, lets people shoot threes. But when he do switch out, they drive to the hole on him. Look, Garza can't check a yes or no box. It's ridiculous.
Hey man,
can Joker?
Yeah, I mean, he don't step out. He's not stepping out, but when he do stay back, when they drive, yeah, he know how to be in position, man. Garza hasn't learned that positioning yet. I think he can at some point. I mean, I don't see what's separating him from Marc Gasol, from being like a Marc Gasol if he was, practicing the right type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing the right things. Like, coaches, like you say, learning the scheme properly and anticipating. You know what I'm saying? But those are traits that's, anticipation, man. Like, you got to really know what's going on and what the team's trying to do to you, what y'all trying to do to the other team. And then you can start to anticipate things. But, like, it's until you learn that stuff, you don't have a chance, man. And he got a ways to go. He has one of the longest ways to go in the NBA on defense.
Yeah.
I don't think I can be out there like that.
Hey, let me say this, though. What young backcourt is fucking with our backcourt? Like, I don't think there's nobody
in the East.
A young core.
No, it's not. I mean,
I like John Bang.
I will.
John Bang, nice man.
You talking about backcourt, or you talking about?
You said in the East though, just in the East. Yeah, I mean,
There's not a lot of backcourts like
Lonzo
that.
Levine was nice for a minute before Lonzo got hurt.
Cleveland
No.
Cleveland built something nice over there. Cleveland got something nice over there. I ain't gonna hold them up.
Yeah, but he about to be out of there.
Who they two guard?
He's talking about Colin Sexton, but Colin Sexton about to be out of there.
I'm talking about Garland, and they got my man from Michigan over there.
LeVert.
Stay healthy.
They do got
LeVert.
They do.
Yeah, they got LeVert over there still. They
put LeVert on the trade block.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they put him on the trade block doing the draft.
Yeah, they got the Twin Towers over there. Like they got some pieces. They got young.
They got the triple towers over there, man. The triplets. Laurie Markkinen over there too.
They got Markkinen too. Yeah. So I mean, I really do like what Cleveland did over there. They made a rebuild kind of quicker than ours. So I didn't think that was going to be possible.
Yeah, not too many people saw that coming.
Yeah.
I don't like Cleveland. I don't like nobody that's not repping Detroit. I don't like them. I don't like them.
I feel you.
I don't like them. I respect
Sleep. You be rooting for everybody. Get out of here. Like, but yeah, let's move on, man. Free agency, man. Sleep. What's your dream free agency for the Pistons? Like, who? If we sign, you'd be like, yeah, we're going in the right direction.
Don't ask me first, but I got the craziest opinion. All right. This have I actually made sense of this free agency class? This free agency class is not good to me. Me personally, It's not good. Like everyone has all this hype about Ayton and Bridges. Like they're just the best of a bad free agent class, and I don't feel like we should give either of those guys the max. If I had to pick one of the two to give a max to, I would give it to Bridges because Bridges would be a tradable asset down the line. Like you don't see like as far as moving forward, like players like Andre Drummond, DeAndre Jordan, centers like that. You give them all that money, their contracts become untradeable, and then you have to buy them out, and then you just set yourself back.
Right. So why do you think Ayton won't be no different?
I don't want us to give Ayton the max. I just said that. I don't want to give Ayton the max.
Yeah, I know, but you chose like if you had to, gun to your head that you would rather pay Ayton.
I would give the Bridges.
Okay.
I would too. I give it to Bridges too.
However, my free agent scenario is this. If we have to sign a couple free agents because we're still like a year or two away, I would probably try to throw some money at Bobby Portis. Because we need a stretch four.
Hey, Sleep, you get on my nerves, man. You taking my answers, man.
I'll try to throw a couple dollars at Malik Monk because he's a shooter and we need shooting.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
But I believe Malik Monk is not a team player. Malik Monk will go out and get his own.
Man, you need a guy like that off the bench. That's what you need as your two guard off the one of your two or your three need to be about getting theirs. Or your point guard off the bench. One of them would kill him.
But our team is not like that though. Our team not built like that.
But my dream free agency scenario, since we have all this cap space, this guy has 2 years left on this deal, and we're still in this rebuild. Let's go get Porzingis. He got 2 years. He got 2 years, roughly like $32 million a year. We need a stretch four, and that can play defense. That can possibly play the five. We if it doesn't work, he's still tradable. He has 2 years left, and we'll be right on the pace of our rebuild.
So what are you giving up to get Porzingis?
I will give up. I mean, I think that Washington is rebuilding as well, especially if Bradley Beal leaves. So we might be able to throw them Olynyk, a future first round pick.
We can't trade any first round picks for like 4 or 5 more years. It's tied up in another deal.
Oh, well, so
I was thinking that.
Show him something. We were making work. Just go get that.
We were make it work. Ain't that the truth?
I don't know what you
He'll
got.
figure it out. Yeah. He'll trade some picks in 2050 and then flip those for Porzingis or something. Who knows?
I mean, we have enough money so the salaries don't really have to match.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? Just bring me Porzingis. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, a lot of people be happy with that. I'm gonna just go ahead this time because for some reason sleep in my head. Yeah, I feel the same way about Bridges and Ayton, man. I love Miles Bridges, man. I wouldn't if he was in the Pistons uniform, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
I can't pay. He wants 4 years, $130 million, at $32.5 million a year. Like I can't pay you that much money, and you're not even the best player on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and you come in here as that you're gonna be the highest paid player, but I don't want you in that kind of role for real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that'd be a good fit at the end of the day. Because I don't think he'll play the same way he played in Charlotte. I think he'll probably try to be more aggressive, you know, kind of turn into what Jeremy Grant turned into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, then you hook on the hook for that much money, and then it's stunting the growth of some of our other players, you know. So there's no need for that.
Mm-hmm.
Free agent list is like Sleep just said. I need Malik Monk come off that bench, you know, give us a score. He averaged career high last year, 13.8 points per game. He shot, what did he shoot? Like 38% from three last year? 39% from three last year. Like, we need that shooting. And he shot it in volume, too. He was taking a lot of threes last year. And we need that. We need that floor spacer. You know, we need that.
Yeah.
You know, the scorer, like you say, young Corey, you say he a little bit selfish. Like, yeah, we need somebody selfish playing next to Killian, especially. Because, you know, Killian, he's rarely showed up until the last 10 games that he'll be the one to take that lead and be aggressive and go and try to get his when we need him to. He just won't do it. He always try to get it for somebody else.
Now that Jaden Ivey there, I tell you what, Killian Hayes, I bet you he's gonna work his ass off now. Because he can get his spot taken like that. I bet you he's gonna work his ass off now.
He's a backup point. He's a backup point guard at this point in time, and that's what he's gonna be. You know, maybe they might. They might start him initially. You know, just because he's a veteran and he might be able to beat out Jaden Ivey in training camp possibly because he plays defense. So you know,
he does.
He's not just gonna be able to abuse Killian. I mean, Killian's fast. He plays defense. He just don't give you nothing on offense, and because of that, he might start off the season starting, but then it's gonna be, you know, up until, you know, a time where they feel like Jaden Ivey is ready to come in and be that player.
I mean, Ivey is a tool. Let's get it out of the way right now.
But I'm saying, Killian, when Cade and Killian play, it's this, you know what I'm saying, they're intertwined. You know what I'm saying? Like Cade, he pushes the ball up a lot. They had Killian sitting in the corner a lot.
Like Ivy is probably going to start at the 2, and Killian's going to be the first person off the bench. Probably for Cade, give Cade an early breather. Okay,
right,
I mean,
this is what I'm saying though, Sleep. What I'm saying is, they're not just going to hand Jaden Ivey the job, especially with Killian being here. They're not just going to hand it to him. So they're going to have to battle it out in training camp.
Why not?
And so in training camp, they're going to be checking each other a lot.
You
know what I'm saying? If Jaden Ivey's having trouble, you know, and then dealing with the length at the NBA, so you got Killian checking you the whole time you're driving to the hole, and then when you get to the basket, you got to deal with, you know, Duren, Bagley, you know what I'm saying, whoever's down there getting your shot up over them. It's not an easy transition. It's gonna take time for a player like Ivy to get the speed and the length, man. Like, and when I say time, I'm talking about, man, we're talking about like 15, 20 games into the season. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, starting off, they're probably not. Put like I want Ivy to start right away, but I can see scenarios where he doesn't, and it's perfectly fine.
If he wins Summer League MVP, I feel like he would start because that's on his list. Summer League MVP is on his list. So if he can win Summer League MVP,
Austin Day won Summer League MVP. Austin Day won Summer League MVP. What does that mean?
Austin Day draft day is not like Ivy draft day. It's not. So
It's not, but I mean, it's summer league, man. Who cares, man? I mean, it's fun to see. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what guys can do, but you know, it's been very few where that's been an indication of like NBA stardom. You know, I think Dame Lillard killed the summer league, and he went on to be Dame Lillard. But you know, guys play good all the time, man. Did you see Reggie Jackson in the summer league? Man, he lit the Pistons up, murdered the Pistons, man.
You seen the summer league list of all the people who won summer league?
I'm sure I'm seeing it at some point, but yeah, what about it?
It's a nice list. Future, I feel like that list is like future Hall of Famers. Except Alonzo Ball. I don't know Alonzo Ball.
Hey, the Kings won last year, didn't they?
I think so. Who got it last year?
So, yeah. Last year,
and the Kings ain't nowhere close to doing
anything. Yeah, that's why. I mean, it's just fun to see. It's something to talk about during the dog days of summer, but I don't put too much stock into it. I mean, it's fun to see. You know, you help build confidence and stuff. But like,
I mean, but if Ivy can be the leader of the summer league team and be MVP, you kind of feel like he should start in the league.
That's the first step. That's the first step. Yeah, that's the first step to starting is doing that. But that's not the end of that's not the end all be all. Like, that's just the first step. Like, okay, you check that box off. Okay, now we got training camp. You know what I'm saying? We got these off-season workouts. It's a lot that go into it. You know, like they don't just. You can't just give a guy a job. That's why people was getting mad at the whole Sekou situation, because Casey wouldn't just give him a job. You got to earn it in practice. And if you're not earning it in practice, if this guy's out playing you in practice, how can I look this guy in the eye and tell him, yeah, you ain't going to play because I got to play this guy?
Unless Killian starts hitting the wide open three out the blue, then he's not going to start.
Right. But once again, how good is Jaden Ivey going to look going up against Killian in practice? That's what I'm talking about. But anyway,
Killian Hayes, he a dog on defense too.
That's what I'm saying. He's the dog on defense. Jaden Ivey might not. His first dose of NBA is I got Killian Hayes checking me. That's
a wake up call.
Yeah,
that's a wake up call.
He might get off to a slow start. It might take him a minute to get into it.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see. Ivy might just be too fast, but I don't know, man. Killian's fast too, man. He long, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So like I say, anyways, I had Malik Monk, Bobby Portis as well, because another floor spacer. You know what I'm saying? And you probably gonna have to pay that guy 3 years, $60 million. That's $20 million a year. But I think he would be worth it. And I think at some point, when you feel like Duren was all the way ready, then you can trade off a guy like Kelly Olynyk. Once you know Duren is ready, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like near the All-Star break type stuff, you know what I'm saying? You could deal Olynyk to a contender. Olynyk could be a great piece.
I mean, 3 years, $20 million is still tradable for a stretch.
Portis, you know what I'm saying? Portis
that can play the 5 spots.
Career 38% 3-point shooter. He shot 39% from 3 last year. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he can stretch the floor. You already know he plays defense. You know what I'm saying? He plays hard. You know, he got some grit. Yeah.
He got that Detroit attitude too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so he'll be a good influence on the young guys. I think perfect fit and not super breaking the bank. You know, I feel like probably better value for what you need, because you still need your young guys to play. You bring an Ayton in here. You pay Ayton $35 million. Ayton gonna be out on that floor for 30. He need to be out on the floor for 30 to 35 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that don't leave much time. That leaves 13 to 18 minutes for the backup center position. It's stunting the growth, man. Like, we don't need that, man. We don't need to pay that much money. So my other guy that I would want, trading for Porzingis, that was pretty good. I like that too. But the guy I want, Otto Porter Jr. So I think we can get him on like a little cheap 1-year deal for like 10 or 15 million real quick. And you know, once again, another career, damn near 39% shooter from 3. You know what I'm saying? Another floor spacer. He plays defense. He plays smart. He plays team ball. You know what I'm saying? And you only got to commit to him for 1 year. that'd give a guy like Isaiah Livers a chance to kind of, grow instead of having to be potentially thrown into the fire, sink or swim. That gives him another chance for them to bring him along a little bit, a little bit more slower. And then maybe in that after the Otto Porter deal's up, maybe now you got something in Livers that he can actually contribute consistently and be productive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it from when we got a lot of young guys, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to sign nobody that's going to take away from them. You know what I'm saying? You want to sign somebody that's going to compliment them, and yeah, that was my three, man. I want Malik Monk, I want Bobby Portis, and I want Otto Porter Jr. You know what I'm saying? Those three. That's my dream off season right there. We can roll with that and go ahead and grow this year because honestly, man, I mean, what are we really expecting the Pistons to do next year? I mean, complete for a play-in spot, right?
That's all I want. That's all I want.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you sign like people for 30-something million and that's not even putting you in the top four? You know what I'm saying? That's a move you do when you about to when you about to be put over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like when that's gonna put you over the top. That's like the missing piece part. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that this early in the process. It's just not. That's not what's up, man. I can't get with that. I think we got a great group of young guys. I want to see this out. I want to see them grow, man. And
I got a scenario.
Yeah, what's up?
Say Kyrie Irving leaves and KD wants to play for the Pistons. That's a scenario. That's a scenario. It's just a scenario.
We've been talking about this, yeah.
I'm about to listen to you.
Okay, because I've been seeing talks about it too.
Yeah,
so say Kevin Durant is on this team. How would you feel he would do with Cade Cunningham and the rest of the group, rest of the young core?
How do you feel he would do? It's Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Who are we getting rid of?
Do anything with anybody.
Who are we getting rid of? Because we gotta get rid of people. So who's not? Who in your mind? Who's not going to be a Piston anymore?
Probably a Kelly Olynyk. Who else would it be?
Stewart, Killian,
Livers.
I think you had to give up all of that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I feel like that would be
Stewart, Killian, and Lillard. Stewart, Killian, and Livers with Olynyk.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take that.
I don't know why not. It's Kevin Durant. Like, come on, now, this question is ludicrous, man. What are we talking about?
I know. I'm just saying.
And now you got to think about this. If we get Kevin Durant, are we about to win a ring in the next 3 years? Because those are the expectations now.
Exactly.
We contended for sure. We contended for sure.
Yeah, but if we have to give up too much, you know what I'm saying? Then, but what is too much? Is that too much? Stewart and Killian having to get into it, is that too much?
That's not too much. No, it's not.
You're losing some beef in the beef stew. I know he's not the super rim protector, but he's down there. He's down there. And Killian, he a menace on defense now. Let's not sleep. Killian plays defense, man. Like he's one of the best defenders, guard defenders.
Yeah.
He just just got to get more consistent, man, offensively, more aggressive offensively. But and
healthy.
Defensively, yeah. But defensively, man, they help our defense a lot. Stewart switches out on the pick and roll almost more than most of the guys. I think him and Bam Adebayo, and there was one other person that switch out and successfully switch out on the guards on the pick and roll. Like that's a huge thing in the NBA. Like not too many bigs can do that like that. So you giving up a lot on your defense if you lose Stewart and Killian, but you gain Kevin Durant. But do we still have enough? I don't know, man. And then he'll be taking up all the cap space too. But
that's true. That's true,
man. Like that's something you gotta think about, man. You can't just rush that decision, man. Like, cause you gotta figure it out the right scenario to make that work. If we can do it without having to give up too much, because he's disgruntled. But that hasn't been a lot lately either, man. These guys have been disgruntled, and then they still, you know what I'm saying, James Harden for Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, the trade, they still getting a lot back. Got Kuzma, KCP, and Harold, you know what I'm saying, and some picks. I don't know, man. I don't know. The deal would have to look great for me to want to trade for a 32, 33-year-old Kevin Durant with a torn Achilles, it'll have to be a deal that I couldn't refuse.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just saying. Just one of the thoughts.
Do I sound crazy? Sleep.
So what's your dream free agent scenario then? Besides KD.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's not my dream free
Right, that's
agency.
what you're asking now.
It
What's
was
your
just a
dream?
thought. I want to say Miles Bridges, but he not worth a max deal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they should go out and just get vets and just put them around the young players. That's Malik Monk, Bobby Portis, what you just said. I don't know. I just want the Pistons to be contenders or try and reach a play-in game.
So
we got.
do you think we should swing at the fences, or do you think we should do what Troy River has been doing since he's been the GM, which is get manageable, tradable contracts and just work it like that? So you think we need to do that for one more year, maybe 2 more years?
No. I trust Troy Reaver. I love his process. The same thing that he's doing, I feel the Lions is doing too. Like both of them organizations is on point. They draft was on point, and the Lions draft and the Pistons draft. It was the exact same thing. Like it really was. It really was. Your first round picks, they both from Detroit. You know, Detroit roots, Michigan roots. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Do you move up? Crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a correlation there. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I think that next year, man, it's gonna be we're gonna be competing for that playoff spot, that play-in game. I think I don't see any free agent out there this year that's gonna put us, you know, in a position where we should overpay and lose our financial flexibility. You know what I'm saying, going forward. Because I think it's that much better. Well, we might get the 7th or 8th seed or something like that, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lose my financial flexibility for anything less than top 4. You know what I'm saying? In the East. Like, I don't want to lose that. So yeah, like I think next year if we're end up doing a little bit better, if Durham comes along quicker than we expect, then yeah, maybe like at the trade deadline we might take on somebody, you know what I'm saying, and try to make a push. That's a possibility where we don't have to give up much because we got that salary cap space. You know what I'm saying? Like a scenario like that, I would prefer that, and then rather than signing somebody to some big contract just to get us to the 6th or 7th spot. Like I'm straight, you know. So
you got a point. Yeah, you make sense. That makes sense. Makes sense.
So minus free agency, what do you think our ceiling is for next season?
You saying like minus free agency? Like if it was like the season started today,
right?
The season started today. Ooh, with our new additions, man. I mean, we probably like the 10th or 11th seed right now. Maybe healthy. But remember, Cade started off the season, you know, missing the first 10 games, and then he was hurt. You know, I mean, it took a while to get acclimated. You know, he missed a lot of, you know, mostly all the training camp. So, like, it was a minute before he caught his groove. We talking about hopefully a healthy Cade, you know, for most of the season and to start the season, I'll get us off on the right foot. I think we could probably, man. I see this saying like last year what they had was at sleep. Was it 24 and a half? What was the over under on the wins? 24 and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was.
Yeah, so I think this year is probably going to be probably like 35 and a half, something like that.
35 and a half?
Yeah, I can see that. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I can see 35 just missing 40 games, like 38, 39 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just missing the play-in game or just getting in.
Yeah.
As of right now, I think we probably our ceiling is a 9 seed without free agency. It can get, I think, it can get as high as a 7 seed if we get the right pieces that fit. That would be our ceiling. And
You said a
because
9 seed?
as of right now, without free agency, I think our ceiling is a 9 seed.
Oh,
Because
you do know the East is the new beast.
Right.
not really. I mean, it is, but it's like the East is top heavy. Like it's gonna be a lot of like Brooklyn might implode. I think Chicago about to take a step back because I don't think Levine about to stay there. I think Cleveland is right around where they're gonna be. Toronto, we gonna be fighting with teams like that. And I
Toronto.
think Toronto, Cleveland, Chicago, we're gonna be fighting with those teams. I think we better than Washington. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's just teams like that I put us at a 9 seed. Now, and that's in playing range.
Yeah, 9. See, I need to see these other teams that you think they better than. So I'm sure it's Orlando. You say Washington, right?
Yeah,
Um,
Orlando, Washington. We gonna be better than them too for sure.
Okay, but that puts us
Orlando
at
got a ways to go.
13th in the East.
Say that again.
That puts us at 13th in the East.
All right, and then
That's what I was thinking, man. It's a lot of teams out here.
Charlotte.
We better than Charlotte? We gonna be better than Charlotte?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
One thing about Charlotte, and I don't know we ain't supposed to be talking about other teams like that, but something crazy they did. Like, how do you fire your coach
Right.
and then be like, "My bad, I'm sorry," and rehire him?
Rehire him. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
They rehired him?
Yeah, they rehired him the other day, man.
They gave him
Bro.
Yeah. I don't know what Jordan over there doing, man. If he trying to play hardball and realize he was about to lose.
So we better buy them by default. So that puts us at 12. So now we're gonna be fighting with Toronto,
Indiana.
Indiana. Oh yeah, I forgot about Indiana. They don't know what they're doing right now.
Nah,
Yeah, 9 seed ceiling.
9 seed ceiling.
Yeah, ceiling. That's the ceiling. Before free agency.
Okay. All right. I mean, I feel you on that. It can happen. It can definitely happen. This is gonna take a lot of health and development.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I see. But I just think, like you was asking earlier, do you want to do what Weaver's been doing for the next year or two? And I think, like, I don't really, man. I want to say I don't want another top 5 pick, but I don't know, man. I got to think about that one, man. We're gonna have to do something else on that. That's a good question, though, Sleep. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that, man. But any final thoughts from you two?
I'm just ready for the season, man. I'm ready for the season.
I'm just excited to see what the Summer League holds. Did they have the rosters out yet? I don't think they got the Summer League roster out yet. But I just want to see, you know what I'm saying, who's going to be in the Summer League. I'm pretty sure guards are going to be in there, probably Livers.
Yeah.
Probably Duran, probably Ivy. I want to see how the second year players develop in the Summer League. Do they look dominant? That's what I'm excited for.
Right. Yeah. That's the next thing up. Free agency and summer league. So we definitely be kicking it about that. But I guess for the night, man, that's it, man. If you watch this part, go ahead and like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Comment. You know, I always respond to comments and everything because I just like to debate, like to talk. You know, Pistons basketball, period. You know, Lions football, whatever. So, we out to the next time. Peace.